now.
It's called Where is Wendy Williams?
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck Wendy Williams. Like, fuck.
It's coming out on Lifetime. It's a 2-night. So like I said, part 1, part 2 type of situation. And it just says the struggling doc reveals her struggles with money woes, health issues, and alcohol.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, you could tell it's focused.
Alcohol. Fuck you mean alcohol? Fuck. She passed out on some dumb shit. Like, had a whole scene on that bitch. They ain't alcohol, bitch on drugs.
On
And she's skinny as hell like a scarecrow. Eyes wide as hell.
The bad.
Today.
yeah,
How my camera doing that?
That's what I was trying to say.
The bad of today.
That's fucked up though to me. I don't like that.
Why?
Hold
It's
on, my
Wendy,
camera.
man. We know she's going through problems, and I
Well,
feel like some of these
she
companies.
had to have signed off.
I know,
on
but I
this.
feel like these companies exploit them. I know she did, but I just don't. That's true.
Well, they
okay.
talk about. She's talking.
Karma, I guess.
Well, they're talking about. They're talking about her money woes, so it's possible that she did this as a result of
She ain't have a choice.
needing some money.
We know you need money. Let us exploit you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why does she need money?
Because the bank froze her account.
And there's discussion as to her guardianship and how they've been using her money. So that gets mentioned throughout this documentary. Her family explains that there's something rotten in Denmark with that.
So do some of y'all look at it as the chickens came home to roost with her?
Yes.
You know what's I find that really, really interesting, because what's the difference between like a Wendy Williams and a Howard Stern, Wendy Williams and Star, Wendy Williams and Shar, Wendy Williams and Joe? Like, it's just like I've noticed the commentary when it comes to a woman doing what she did, and it's always like chickens coming home to roost. It's always like, well, that's karmic retribution, but it's never. The lens is never turned around when it comes to men within the same, realm.
I'm not familiar with the thing. I mean, I've heard about Howard Stern, but I'm not as familiar with like a lot of the things that he did.
He was messy.
Messy. I've heard about it. I don't know, but I know. I was there. I seen a bunch of the Wendy Williams stuff, and like, you potentially ruined people's marriages, and you were wilding. I saw again. If those other ones did it, I'm not familiar with it. But in this particular instance, I remember a lot of these things. So that's why I'm on the chickens coming home to roost side of it when it comes to her. I don't know whose relationships, marriages, lives that Howard Stern ruined. If it happened, I'm just not aware of it.
I don't like using karmic retribution regarding somebody's health.
I wasn't even talking about the health part.
Karmic retribution doesn't even work like that, but I agree with it. The two things just don't
Well,
make
that's
sense.
where we've been with Wendy Williams for a few years now in terms of.
I just
her
mean a
having-
fall from grace.
Yeah, but the fall from grace is directly related to her health.
Cool. So
She a fucking crackhead, yo. Little ass sick. Having seizures and shit, dumbass bitch.
What do you mean?
If you throw out something to the universe, right? We all believe in some sort of karma or no? So we can be all on the same page.
I don't know if I do or not, but
In any
Man, yo, you fucking do, my nigga. Fuck out of here, my nigga.
if you're not religious and you're spiritual, you still believe in the energy that you throw out.
Cause and
It's gonna
effect,
come back to
shit
you.
like that.
So if you've done things that brought hurt, that brought pain, that brought discomfort or injustice to somebody, then
No,
in the world,
never.
a lot of people
Not me.
believe that that's going to come back to you in some way, shape, or form. Now,
No.
it may not come back to you in the same exact way that you did it, but it may come back to you in another way. Some religions say 10 times, tenfold. So it could be. I'm just saying it could be.
Human beings always like apply instant gratification to the concept of karmic retribution. So it's not like, okay, so you did, bad like 10 years ago and now here's your karma. Karma doesn't factor into our like small scale of the understanding of time. So like that's why I've always been like karmic retribution. She's always talked about having health issues. Even when it came to getting pregnant, she had a lot of health issues. She's also talked about the abuse of drugs and alcohol throughout her life. She's always talked about having thyroid conditions.
That's her problem. Drugs fuck that little ass body up. You feel me? I'm gonna add a little clip, see if I can find it. Her having that little moment, falling and shit.
and people think like just having a thyroid condition is minor, but it is a very, very major condition to have, an autoimmune disorder. So she's gotten older, and so these health issues start to compound. So why is it karma and not just the natural progression of what her life and her health history was going to dictate?
I'm just speaking
you know?
to how people feel.
No, I know.
So, and it hasn't been instant gratification. Wendy Williams was torching niggas 30 years ago. I remember in 97, 98, Wendy Williams was scorching niggas, Puff, Method Man, Funkmaster Flex, all of these types of things, and you didn't really give a fuck about how it will play out to their families. And so now I think one of the things, and Joe's spoken about this, Joe loves Wendy Williams. So Joe's spoken about the fact that
Man, fuck Joe and Wendy.
the TV station was doing her dirty. Joe didn't
Like,
like
nah,
how
me too.
they were even canceling her show or the transition to phase her out of the show. Joe spoke very, very, very passionately about. And I told Joe, even at that time, the people don't see it that way because she wasn't passionate when it came to other people's downfall, or she wasn't passionate or handled nobody else with kid gloves when it came to other people's problems and issues. So you can't expect for somebody to have empathy.
Funny shit, you feel me? Nigga, motherfuckers go through a lot of shit like me, you feel me? I'm going through a lot right now. That's why I'm smoking these dumbass blacks, you feel me? Trying to get a little buzz, get a little dizzy, and fall back. But like, the shit ain't good. A lot of shit I'm going through. I'm holding a lot of shit in. I gotta let this shit out one day. But shit deep right now. I can't.
When it comes,
But the shit ain't good though. A lot of niggas telling me that's not good, but like, yeah, I've been doing this shit for a grip. Feel normal as hell, my nigga. Fuck. I have niggas to talk to, but shit D, why the fuck I go to niggas and start vetting them? One day they gonna use that shit against me, like, fuck. So that's why I hold a lot of shit in. I know this is not even, it's not even nothing to do with the video, but like, yeah, shit like that should be fucking you up. That's why niggas turn to drugs, weed, all that shit. Shit, that way.
to your shit, sympathy when it comes to your shit.
Yeah, I don't like any of that.
But
You know how I feel about Wendy.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I see you being quiet. I'm just speaking to the other side. It's not issues. I'm talking about the masses because we read the comments and niggas are saying basically, so what?
Yeah, what I think it really, I don't think it's so much as karmic retribution. It's just like, nigga, you ain't give a fuck about nobody. So niggas don't give a fuck when it's happening to you. Like, I'll bring it to us. I'll give you an example. Joe, if the podcast blows up tomorrow and there's no more JBP, and them niggas start playing Another One Bites the Dust and making jokes and laughing at us, that's how they'll treat it, because when somebody else shit failed, this is the way you treated them. That's
true.
So that's what it is with Wendy. It's like, yo, anytime some dirt about somebody was out there, even if it was true or not, you never handled nobody with grace.
Never.
So now you got your own dirt coming. But now niggas is like, yeah, now it's your turn.
But she was stuck between a rock and a hard place because they confiscated her money. So then now Lifetime comes, offer to do a story on her. And if she doesn't have money, of course she's going to take it. And now they're filming the worst side of her. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying even before.
So
I'm
it's
just
like
saying the downfall, period. People are not going to care.
Whether it's health, whether it's financial, whether it's whatever.
Karmic retribution should be like if people report on it. But she was actually put in a. That's how I look at it.
No, I know, and that's what I
But
said.
she was actually put in a position where she couldn't win. So now I have no choice. Let me take this because my whatever lifestyle and stuff like that. I know, Ms. Jones was going in there, spending time with Wendy when she was going through these things personally, and explaining to me what was going on with Wendy and what was around her. That's not for me to say, but what I'm saying is that she was just put into a difficult position, and that's where it becomes, where the human side come in for me. It's like, damn, that's fucked up, and she has no choice but to take it.
All I'm saying, Flip, is if this was another, back then, if this was another exact same situation with another person, the way she would have reported on it and handled it is the way that a lot of people are speaking about her today.
The report on it is I'm fine with, but I'm just talking about Lifetime. If you understand what I'm saying.
It's a report.
Oh, you mean, so you saying it's wrong for Lifetime to come in here and do that?
No, it's a report.
It's not wrong,
Bro,
but I
listen.
just feel like they left her with no choice, in my opinion.
We can move on from this,
All
right?
right, yeah.
You're saying basically Lifetime caught you at a down point in
Yes.
your life,
And
and we're
took
gonna
advantage of it.
Exploiting it.
and we're gonna
Yes.
exploit and
That's how I
monopolize.
feel.
Cool. Somebody else could have been going through a hard time in their life.
Okay.
You didn't handle them with grace. You exploited them for your ratings as well. If me and my family going through some shit that you know about that the world don't know about, now you take it and you use it to push your platform. You doing essentially what Lifetime is doing to her,
Got it. Okay.
Well, she got to deal with Lifetime, so I don't want to.
and she got
I mean,
paid.
but
And she's getting
like
paid.
Flip is
The
saying,
other
it's out of
people didn't.
necessity. She cut that deal probably out of necessity.
Yeah, from the banks and the money,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
what the network did, and what my husband did, and now my health. And
Like even when that first started happening with her husband, when that situation first broke, people was like, aha.
True.
How many people's husbands have you talked about and brought issues that nobody else knew about? Now it's at your front door.
I think that says more about society than it does about Wendy Williams.
Exactly.
Like, the more I keep listening to y'all talk, like, and I think I understand what you're saying, but that's just really nasty from society to be in that place to say, hey, you did this, so good, I want to see you with lupus or Alzheimer's or.
Nah,
And
I
at the
don't
same-
even think it's I want to see you with it.
No,
It's
they
just-
do.
But,
I'm happy I'm happy your health is
or
deteriorating.
if you did this, the way you treated folk, don't expect people to now treat you any differently.
That goes to Ice's
That's it.
analogy. If this show, God forbid, because I need a couple dollars.
Yeah, facts.
Would
Take that back. I don't
go
even put
down
that in there.
tomorrow, niggas would come out with another one bites the dust and be laughing. They would literally rejoice in the
Yeah,
fact
but I
that
don't-
this would implode.
I
They
agree
would be
with
happy.
that. I
You know
agree
what
with
I'm saying?
that, but I don't like the example. And the example I would say is, if this show ends tomorrow because my health is deteriorated, then I'm still with y'all. People still gonna play that song.
Yes.
But is it right?
No.
Is it right to say?
Two
Is it,
wrongs
is
don't
it
make it
right?
right.
No, I'm saying, is it right for the people playing Another One Bites the Dust for me to do that because my health is, or because I played the song before? Come on.
They don't care about the
They
reason
could
and
care
why.
less about that.
They could care less about that. It's really just, your shit is now crumbling.
Yours
for
might be
whatever
health
reason.
related, and again, let's say
Yeah, I
God
think that's
forbid.
nasty.
Let's say God forbid.
I think-
Yours might be health related. Somebody else's might be whatever. It still leaves their family in a financial bind in a fucked up situation, and we laughing at that as opposed to maybe somebody else's being a health related issue.
But what if his morals won't allow him to play Another One Bites the Dust when somebody has a health related issue?
They
What
can
if
say
Joe
that their
was-
morals wouldn't allow them to call. Wendy Williams told about somebody, their wife had cancer. Nobody knew that their wife had cancer. She talked about the person's wife. She disclosed the fact that somebody's wife had cancer, and they family members didn't even know. So somebody could say, yo, you didn't care about that particular situation and what the effects would be on their family. So now they don't care about whatever it is that you're going through. We can't pick and choose. You know what I'm saying?
Got what
With
you're saying.
semantics, it could be Joe lost all his money. That ain't funny to me.
No.
Somebody might have a cancer. That's not funny to me. But you don't get to say, oh, I was laughing at you because you was broke, not laughing at you because you going through some health shit. To me, they both are devastating and they both are not funny to me. And you know what I mean? Like,
see
they
what
should
you
be
mean.
handled accordingly. That's my opinion. So, but prayers to her. Like, I'm
Absolutely.
definitely not. I'm just giving a
Yeah, I'm not one of them ones that's
subjective
happy for it or not.
conversation. Yeah, I'm just having a conversation. She was cool. Even Kev was cool. The times that, you know, people that they going through whatever they going through, but he's done some square business with a lot of people that I know. So, you know, I hope they work it out.
And the Super Bowl party used to be fire.
It's just bringing me back to Joan Rivers.
Like nastiness.
I'm saying in the '90s, and I'm not co-signing everything Wendy did, and we are going to move on. But she was the best,
Indeed.
Yes.
bar none,
The best.
and she did whatever she thought she had to do back then to be number one, to propel BLS to where they are, to open the doors and pave the way for everybody to come after her, especially women,
Hot.
to see what she to do what she had to do to get the television deal at a time where women were
wasn't
not
doing
getting
that.
television
Especially black
deals,
women.
especially black women. She was a very early representative of the LGBTQA plus community, which is why that style that everybody is punishing her for having, all of the reads, all of that toxic, nasty shit, just some of the shit you spoke on. Society is now there embracing some of those things. You're right. So I just,
You're right.
So I just hate when we adopt everything fly from this person, and then we kick them to the wayside because they fucked up a few times, or because they just have we just have an ill view of them. It's like Joe Paterno. It's like Joe Paterno all over again. Joe Paterno lived his whole life, do all that shit, great, and now when we find out the assistant coach is doing that nasty shit in the bathroom, now we got to take the statue down, take the banners down. Wait, why? I think it's fucked up. I'm never a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not. And that's not just because I'm Wendy Williams jersey bias.
Fuck
It's
Jenny.
fucked up.
I That shit was great. You feel me? I think the actual one, that shit like 2 hours long, but I ain't crazy, so crazy. But like, yeah, that be end reaction video, little Joe Biden shit. You feel me? This shit alright, but she gotta do better. Wendy Williams. I said, yeah, Wendy Williams. She gotta do better with her health. She looking bad. Like, I don't know. Bitch looking scary. You feel me? But like, see y'all niggas in the next reaction video. You feel me? Hopefully y'all niggas stay safe, blessed. Y'all pray every day and have a good one.